So hello, peace be upon you. This is going to be the first of many daily videos. Well, 5 days a week I'll be making videos on the happiness revolution. The idea of these videos is to talk about practical solutions to all the personal problems people have in the world, like finding jobs, happiness. But happiness is the answer to happiness, as it were, is getting all these tiny things. So let's say jobs, answers to life's great questions, like what's the point of life, relationships. But it's not just about the individual. That's the first step. That's the first brick. If that brick doesn't exist, if the individual isn't happy, then you can't build a happy society. So there's going to be let's talk about the individual, there's going to be talk about relationships and families, and then society, and then economic policies. We might think that there is no solution, but there has always been a solution to what we're facing right now, and it was predicted. The financial crisis was known to many people, so things like that. Also, world peace. That's a massive issue, and how can we start solving that? How can we change governments so that they stop invading other governments and other countries just because they want oil, etc.? How can we do that? Because there's a lot of apathy. So in this video I want to talk about how we can get jobs. But before I do there's a lot to say, and one thing that's worth saying now is that you cannot fully understand everything, how you can be happy, and how you can you can't judge everything you want to know, or you can't. Let's not judge just by this one video whether or not you're going to listen. One of the things we've got to learn in society is that you can't learn everything in one go. It takes time and patience. So if some of this makes sense, great. Please keep listening. And also I'll be answering questions. So I think maybe once or twice a week, one or two of the videos I'll be answering questions. So each video is going to be 5 minutes. Let's talk about finding jobs. Now I've got it's a bit of a wide topic, but I've got a particular person in mind who said all your videos are irrelevant unless you show me how to find a job. This is a 24-year-old law student, and his background story, just so you know, is that he's searching for jobs and it's taking forever, and he hates it. And one of the things, just to give you an insight, that he's doing is searching the stock market for disasters, because he said wherever there's a disaster there's an opportunity, because somehow you can bring in the legal framework or whatever, and there's opportunities apparently. But that's going to give you some insight into what his problem is, and the general problem is. And part of the happiness revolution is to find jobs you like, okay? And part of the happiness revolution is to understand yourself so that you can make the right decisions. So people by nature want to be good, okay? And if you want a good job or a good business, you should not just think of how can I make money, but how can I benefit society. What happens that way is whatever you're doing is going to be of value because you're benefiting society. You're not just making money for the sake of money, but also you'll be really motivated to do that thing. Okay, so the point of me telling you that story about him searching the internet, the stock exchange, etc., for disasters, is that he's going the wrong way. Then I gave him an idea for a business where he can make lots of money, and he says, no, that's boring, I want to do something where the way you use the law is more creative. I suggested an idea of making a website that automates how you can sell houses, because the legal framework for that is very, it's very straightforward. So he said he didn't want to do that, but so he's misunderstood something. He needs to get into anything that's okay, even a dustbin man's job, so he can start making money so that he can work towards his dreams. So he should have some dreams and work towards them, and those dreams should be one of the key factors for finding any job, or finding a purpose, or for finding a passion. Is find something where you can help people, because naturally you'll feel passionate towards that eventually, or you get more and more passionate towards those things. Very briefly, to wrap up, it looks like 5 minutes isn't a very long time, so maybe I'll make it a few more minutes. Very briefly, you see these motivational talks and they say, come on, just find your passion and then go for it and don't be scared. One of the reasons why people don't follow their passion, because they think their passion is to make money. That's it, just to make money, and then they get distracted by that. People don't really know what they want anymore. That's another thing that I would like to talk about in these videos. By finding out who you really are as a human being, finding out what human nature is itself, that will help you find your passion a lot easier. Basically, key thing, as I said before, is if you know people want to be good, and also another principle is that whatever good thing you do for your own benefit. Just remember that. So a lot of people in society think it's all about yourself and just being selfish, and if you take care of number one, you'll be fine. Yeah, if you take care of other people, you'll lose out. They say good what do they say? What's that phrase? Good people always come second, or something. Yeah, good guys always come second. That's not true. Well, maybe second in some useless, boring sense, and maybe a race, or make the second most amount of money. But the person who wins, maybe, okay, if he did it in a really selfish way, he's miserable. So he actually came last, even though he made the most money. Okay, so to find a job, find a passion by realizing you want to do something good for the world. And obviously, if you do something good for the world, it's of value and to people, so people will want you. Yeah. Okay. So what else is there? There is one more key thing I would like to talk about, which worries me when I watch these motivational talks on YouTube, is that they say get up and work 1,000,000 hours and you'll be successful. Just work hard, really, really hard. Follow your dreams, whatever your dream is, but that in itself you have to be able to find properly. But work incredibly hard, get off your backside, and they're all shouting at you. That's dangerous, because you can make yourself suicidal, miserable, and hate your life. It sounds good when they're shouting at you because you want somebody to kick you off your backside, but at the same time, well, my quick solution is be humble. So besides being good, which gives you your passion, be humble. Now, humility is greatly misunderstood. Humility is to not care what people think about you, which will give you the strength to do really difficult things. Because one of the reasons why we don't even start on our journeys, one of the reasons is that we think we're going to fail and then we're going to be laughed at. But if you're humble, you can just do it. You don't care. and that kind of makes you invincible. So that's 10 minutes. Let's end it there.